When two is fun, but three is a delight. An erotic short story by Mills and Swoon. The candlelight flickered across the velvet-draped drawing room of an old country estate, casting golden shadows that danced like secrets upon the walls. Lady Amelia Harrington, her chestnut curls pinned loosely so that a few rebellious strands kissed her porcelain neck, stood between the two men who had come to upend her carefully ordered world. Lord Edward Blackwood, tall and commanding, with eyes the colour of storm-tossed seas, reached out first. His fingers brushed her wrists, sending a shiver through her that had nothing to do with the evening chill. "You tremble, my lady," he murmured, his voice a low caress, "yet I swear upon my honour we would never take what is not freely given." Beside him, Captain James Sinclair, sun-bronzed from years at sea, with a rogue smile that could melt the coldest reserve, stepped closer. "We have both loved you from afar, Amelia. Tonight, if you will have us, we offer not rivalry but devotion, two hearts bound to yours." Her breath caught. Propriety whispered warnings in her ear, yet her pulse answered with a wilder song. She had known Edward since girlhood, his steady strength a rock against life's tempests. James had swept into her life like a Mediterranean gale only months ago, awakening hungers she had long denied. Now they stood before her, united by a love so profound it defied convention. "Show me," she whispered, the words barely audible, yet heavy with longing. Edward's hand cupped her cheek, tilting her face to his. His kiss was deep, reverent, a claiming that spoke of years of unspoken yearning. As she melted into him, James moved behind her, his strong arms encircling her waist. His lips found the sensitive curve where her neck met shoulder, trailing slow, heated kisses that drew a soft moan from her throat. They guided her to the wide chaise longue, where silk cushions yielded beneath them. No haste marred their worship. Edward's fingers worked the tiny pearls of her gown with exquisite patience, revealing inch by inch the luminous skin beneath, while James's hands smoothed over her shoulders, easing away the last barriers of fabric and fear. "You are exquisite," James breathed against her ear, his voice rough with desire, a goddess between two devoted supplicants. Amelia arched as their mouths and hands explored her in perfect harmony. Edward's touch firm and possessive at her breast, James more teasing, tracing fire along her ribs and down the dip of her waist. She was lost in sensation, floating on waves of pleasure that built and crested, their names falling from her lips like prayers. They moved together as one, a symphony of touch and whisper. Edward claimed her mouth again, while James's hands and lips paid homage lower, drawing from her cries of delight that echoed softly in the firelit room. When at last she shattered, trembling between them, they held her through the storm, murmuring endearments and promises of forever. Her clitoris pulsed, thankful and merciless. And then, more slowly, a second time, fingers and cocks together, filling her now wet holes of desire all at once. The three became one, her men penetrating her front and rear as she mounted James and let Edward into her, into that such forbidden orifice. He squeezed her white buttocks, pulling her apart as he watched James thrusting into her hungry pussy. And then, as if by some telepathic united organism, the climax happened in unison, a wild savage beast celebrating the pleasure of kings, thrusting, screaming, groaning, until the three were spent, at least until the next time. Copyright 2026, Mills and Swoon.